can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at. You can get with this.
Welcome everyone to This Is It. I am Corey Roy, and we are here with This Is It Media on another Wednesday live show. We are doing it, man. I'm here with the fellas, the crew, the fam. Toss it over to my man, Hollywood. DA, what's going on, brother?
No, I can't even talk. Nothing much, man. Just chilling. It's a Wednesday night. You know, happy to always come together, congregate. Iron sharpens iron and all that type shit. Give the fellas talk some bullshit.
That's right, man. And last but not least, man, Phenom, what's going on, man?
Yo, Phenom 202, DDA representative. Yo, man, busy day. Glad I eased into the show. I was out prom shopping for my son. Prom this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a big day for him. So, it had me thinking, I'm like, man, I'm getting old. But then I started harking back to my prom. When I went to my prom.
Oh, yeah.
We bought him a suit because they changed the prom game up now. They like used to go like to what was like David's Bridal or some shit.
David's Bridal, yeah, somewhere like that.
Get your virtual tux.
Get your virtual
Men's
tux.
Warehouse or something.
Yeah. So we went to Men's Warehouse. They didn't have his size because he's a husky dude, athletic husky dude. So we ended up going to JCPenney, got him a fly suit with the JCPenney discount for $150. We'll get the accoutrements tomorrow, all the accessories and all that shit. But I mean, I promise it's that season, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's good to see these youngers out there. It just took me back to my prom days. I had fun at my prom.
Yeah, prom was a good time.
That's funny. I was talking to my wife about prom actually about 2 weeks ago because actually I have to DJ a prom in a couple of weeks. And I don't remember much about my prom. I really don't. It's just a blur to me. I don't remember dancing. I don't remember doing anything but taking the photo with my girlfriend at the time. And that's about it. It's crazy, but I don't know, man. What do y'all remember about? Did y'all have a good time at y'all prom? I didn't. My prom was kind of whack.
I mean, I had fun at my prom. Honestly, I remember prom is the only reason I got my license. So I had never had a driver's license.
Mine too. I think me and Ollie got it at the same time.
Yeah, we could get a driver's license.
Wow.
We had like a driver's course at our school, yo. So everybody from all the schools in the city would come to feed us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you have to drive around the course. But I was like, my pops was like, yo, he ain't gonna let me drive if I ain't get a license. Drive the prom.
Oh,
I was like, damn, because he used to let me go. Of course, he used to let me drive around illegally or what have you. But he was like, you gotta get your license. I was like, fuck.
Oh, yeah, the cops gonna be out that night. You don't want to get pulled over that night. Yeah, so, how was the music at your guys' prom?
It was good.
Right?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, it wasn't unmemorable. It was good. Yeah. People were dancing.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I remember everybody was dancing.
Everybody was dancing.
Well, that
it was a lot of
that's good. A lot of drunk people have to somebody spike the punch or took some swigs outside.
You ain't gotta spike the punch, just go drunk.
Go drunk.
Yeah, I was about to say, my cousin, me and my cousin, we was double dating.
Telly?
Nah, Big D.
No, not Telly.
Derek.
Yeah.
We was double dating, brother, right? So we was like, we don't go out to eat. Well, we wanted to dress up to go out to eat beforehand. Some people go out in the tux and stuff. We was like, we ain't gonna do all that. I don't want to get nothing dirty and all that.
Yeah.
This dude pulled up to my house because I was riding with him to the restaurant. And we was meeting the girls at the restaurant.
Yeah.
Pulled up drunk as a skunk, yo. I was like, yo, man. How the hell? I was like, it was early too, because we was eating early because they had to go back and get dressed and makeup, you know what I mean, all that stuff.
Oh yeah, because the prom started about 7-ish, something like that, 7:30.
It was early as shit, man. It was basically like lunch, and this dude was drunk as hell. I was like, man, Dad. I was like, how you know? I was like, yo, you can't. I'm driving up there, like, fuck this shit. Like, he was wild, man.
Damn,
he was at the table just nodding off and shit.
Oh man!
Boy, he was nodding up at the table. I was like, oh no! Yo, but luckily, the girls were cool.
Hilarious, yo.
Yeah, because both our dates went to another school.
I was about to ask about that.
They
went to Bethel.
Bethel, yeah, you know how Bethel.
Okay.
Bethel had that. Everybody know about Bethel.
Okay, that's what's up. Well, the reason why I was asking about the music, man, was because music is important, as we always know. It makes you feel good, gives you all the good feels. And we got an announcement that just came down the pike, man, literally yesterday, that the Something in the Water Festival done by Pharrell Williams has now moved from Virginia Beach, Virginia to Washington, D.C. The event is kicking off sometime in June, I think.
Juneteenth, yo, 17th through the 19th.
Yeah, Juneteenth. So Juneteenth, man, this weekend kicks off, and it's in Washington, D.C., like literally in the heart of DC. So we're gonna go around the horn and give our thoughts about this festival, what we thought, the artists on the lineup, yada yada yada. So quickly, Phenom, what are your thoughts, man, on this festival, man? How do you feel about this festival now being up in Chocolate City?
Yeah, man. I mean, my neck of the woods, man. I'm interested to see how the layout's going to be. Yeah, because it's gonna be down by the Washington Mall. I mean, the backdrop gonna be phenomenal. You got the monument, you got museums and the Capitol and all that stuff around there. Yeah, interested to see it. I mean, I looked at the lineup. I don't know too many of these people. Well, I will say this: I'm super happy that Pharrell tapped the OGs, Backyard Band.
He did.
Be there.
Oh,
yes, he did.
Just let me know what days they're gonna be there. I'm done.
See Backyard.
Yeah, Backyard Band is on the lineup, which is one of the artists I knew. I knew about
out of the assets, the OGs, man.
Yeah, out of 40 artists on that list, I think I knew about 10.
Yeah,
you know, I knew about 10. But see, Pharrell and friends are going to do a set, because I initially went to the Something in the Water Festival when it first came down here to Virginia Beach area, by Beach. So that was off the chain, and I'm telling you, he's going to bring a lot of artists that I do know on that set.
Of course.
I mean, because that's what he did last time. I mean, the last time he had Puffy, or excuse me, P. Diddy, or no, I'm sorry, Diddy. He had Diddy on there.
All of them.
Yeah. He had Timbaland, he had Missy, he had Snoop, he had Jay-Z, Usher, baby. I mean, he had them all, man. I mean, so I'm expecting him to bring out some heavy hitters on his set, the Pharrell and Friends. I think this time he's going to have Justin Timberlake show up this time. That's my guess. But I'm not really crazy about the event being in DC, honestly, because I think it's going to be, I don't know, man. There's something about that area, yo. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I mean, I don't know how many people know, like, the reason why it is in DC, because, you know, Pharrell Williams, he is from Vibe Beach. Now it's like a big thing for him bringing this festival back home to Virginia Beach or what have you. The first year was good. Second year, unfortunately, it was COVID.
It got COVID.
It got canceled. But during that time, his cousin got shot and killed by a Virginia Beach police officer.
At the oceanfront.
The officer got cleared. Of course, there's, I guess, a lot of shady details around it. Like, you know, what happened with this. Of course, the family, I mean, they feel like, you know, the officer wasn't brought to justice, I should say. It was like a lengthy process. It took like a couple of years before they
even got to
trial and all that. Because of that, Pharrell was like, fuck the beach, fuck y'all. I'm not bringing this joint here. All this money they was making, like, Corey, you was there. Like,
I was there.
What was it like, yo, when it was packed? It was on the beach, and how
it was on the it was like, I can't even explain it. It was one of the best experiences I ever had. I had never seen so many Black people of all colors, ages, even white. I mean, it was just a sea of people of all races out there, and everybody was there to have a good time. It was off the freaking chain. It was packed, but it was fun, and it was. I would never ever experience anything like that ever again.
Yeah, think about how much money between the hotels, the food,
oh my God,
the restaurants, this. I forgot
what they killing out there.
What they estimated at, but it was on millions upon millions upon
It was in
millions. Oh yeah,
it was
like millions. So basically, the Beast lost out on it because they was
messing around,
protecting them boys in blue. So that's
and that's the thing, yo.
Shit about it.
It's super fucked up because I mean, they would rather, instead of holding their own accountable, they gonna miss out on like millions of dollars for the city.
Yeah.
And this would have been an annual event.
Yeah.
Just like we got Rolling Loud, Coachella, all different festivals. Though we just had the Cannabis Festival here in DC. That brings so much money to the city. And it don't just bring people to the city. They want to come back to the city to see other stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a cool
time. Yeah.
Exactly, yo.
It was huge. Yeah. It was huge because we don't have anything to that extent. I mean, in Virginia, I mean, nothing to that. And to have something like that here of that magnitude, oh my God, that was like the Coachella of the East Coast, man, for real.
I mean, listen to who you named off, man. The biggest artists in the world, like as far as hip hop and between Jay-Z, Diddy, Puffy, like you know what I mean?
Puffy, like, Snoop, Busta Rhymes. I mean, it was everybody. Our Timberland was there. Yeah. It was anybody he produced.
Pharrell is one of the most connected dudes ever.
Oh yeah,
and connected and respected. People show up for him.
Yeah,
and he kept it under wraps. I mean, this guy was G15 classified, so nobody knew who was coming out there on his set. And when he dropped them artists back to back, of course, the one that blew the roof off was when Jay-Z came out there because nobody expected. Yeah. And when he did that one song, like "Allow Me to Reintroduce Myself," that's what he. When he came out there with that, that's how he came out initially.
I know. Probably cast is going crazy. I can't even imagine.
I was there in the crowd and all of a sudden Pharrell's like, he doing this thing. And then all of a sudden the lights kind of dim down and all of a sudden, boom, boom, boom. Allow me to everybody went bananas, yo. Yeah. And the lights went on. My name is Ho. And it was crazy. Yeah. So is he going to bring that?
Because I'm looking at the flyer, where all the people listed, and it definitely has Pharrell and friends and some people we can't announce. So you already know. And I'm sure Jay-Z don't come back just because it's in DC now, and they'll probably talk some shit about the beach at the same time.
Oh yeah, they definitely will.
Somebody, like, you know what I mean, and it's gonna be crazy, man.
Yeah, he's got some other acts on there. I wouldn't mind seeing. I think I saw T.I. on there.
Oh yeah, he got some old school. He got Ashanti and Ja Rule. You know what I'm saying?
And Ja Rule,
baby.
Yeah. The rapping Teddy Pendergrass is Ja Rule.
He got the people. The white girls love Lil Baby. You seen that clip of the white girl rapping this joint?
Yeah. Yo, she was killing it, yo.
Yeah. But
she was killing it.
Somebody did make a good point. Like, why don't they don't never post black people singing white lyrics? So. Why the hell we posting her?
Yeah, that's we should do that one time because look, quiet is kept though. Black folks be loving some white songs. We love white songs, but for some reason it's like an unwritten rule that you can't play that around other black folks. It's like
you can. You gotta play the right one though.
Well, you gotta play the right one. There's you just I don't know, man. I've been a DJ for quite some time, and there's some hits that black folks do like. But you can't play them at a cookout because they'll start looking at you crazy.
But you know what? It also depends upon what part of the country you're in. Because I've noticed on a black scale, you have blackity black, and then you got like Braxton Hartnell, light skin, Terrence Howard black.
Right.
What I mean by that is light skin, man. No, that's
man, shut up. You light skin, nigga. Shut up.
Why you gotta bring in blackity black?
Because I'm about to show you the range. Because there's some black folks like down in the South that don't listen to white music. It's all hip hop, R&B, gospel, and then across the diaspora, that means different kinds of black people. Mm-hmm. You keep moving it towards the center, and people start straddling the lines of music. Right. Some black people palace is straight black.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying? And us, we listen to the '80s, everything. We know we hear the song, we know it.
Don't say us.
Well, I definitely do. I listen to in a plethora.
Yeah, you already
Yeah.
know.
Hold on.
You already know
I do.
Come on,
I
Ali.
got
You do
Negro.
listen to some white music.
Don't
I
we got
listen
some
to-
music reviews?
I got some reactions. Yeah, I started listening to
Yeah, exactly,
your boy
man.
Chris Stapleton.
Chris
Shout out to him.
Stapleton.
Yeah.
But let me ask you, before Chris Stapleton, was there any white artist you heard in your day? You was like, you know what? That I kind of like that song. There's got to be one.
Like that I actually like listen to on a regular basis. I mean, besides like, of course I listen to some songs that's on the radio, whether it be like some Robin Thicke or some shit. And growing up, I mean, you had to listen to whatever's on the radio.
Right.
I'll be honest, I didn't think.
Okay, what about Elton John?
I don't know any Elton John songs, to be honest.
Rocket Man.
I'll be feeling up. What about Phil Collins?
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's cool.
Okay, Nirvana.
Teen Spirit's about the only one I know.
Okay,
Hall and Oates.
Hall and Oates. Come on, man. Hall and Oates.
I know the name. I don't know the name of the songs. I'm sure if you play the song, I'll be like, that's them. I'll be like, oh,
I can't go for that.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. I mean, but
Man Eater.
it ain't like gonna be
Man Eater, come on, man.
I'm not gonna be
I'm
like
a Man Eater.
listening to that shit in the car or something. Like I ain't never.
All right. What about this one, man?
Eminem.
Michael McDonald.
Eminem and
Eminem. Michael
Beastie
McDonald
Boy.
had the song that was one of the best hits of the 90s that MTV rolled for like a year straight.
What's up?
Yeah.
Nate Dogg and Warren G.
I keep forgetting.
I keep forgetting.
Oh.
I don't never be known.
I mean, ask me how many times I've heard the original.
That's how I used to say.
Yeah, but I've heard the original. Like
Oh,
I'm not
man.
jamming to this. Like I'm not being like yo play
All
up
right,
that.
man, it's all good.
Mike
It's all good.
McDonald.
Yo, Mike McDonald and the Doobie Brothers, yo, What a Fool Believes is one of the greatest songs in the world, yo.
Yeah, Eminem.
Tell it, yo.
No, and Bubba Sparks. I had a Bubba Sparks album.
Okay.
Those
You had the
were-
Bubba Sparks album.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't have the album.
Yo,
Bright Lights, Dark Days.
Yo, that shit.
I didn't have the
fire.
album.
No, that shit fire for real.
I mean, I remember me and Ollie
real
went to go
talk.
buy that shit. We
That's
had
it-
to,
that's
like,
it,
dub
fire.
it. Like we bought it, we split it, and then we dubbed it. So
Yeah.
we have a copy of that shit, yo.
Yeah,
You know,
that-
real talk though, I
Super.
thought Bubba Sparks was going to blow up. I really did.
he can
I
rap
really
for
did.
real, man.
Yeah, he can.
Yeah.
He can. Yeah, I thought he was going to blow up. It's unfortunate, you know, but you know, it is what it is. But you know, one thing about this festival, what do y'all think?
They
Who?
have like Run the Jewels. They'll be on the festival. I just saw the thing. I like that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, Right,
No,
LP.
one LP, right? So
Okay, all
I said
right. Well, we
LP,
got.
you know what I'm trying to say. Go ahead.
I don't know.
You still need to listen to them, Corey. The album's fire. Yo. That's all. I'm saying.
LP. I don't know. Never heard them before.
He's
I probably have.
He produced. He probably. Well, I can't. I don't know. It's some underground songs. Well, not so much like underground. Like when I say underground level, it's like boot camp click type level.
Boot camp clip. Okay.
Like a lot of people like in New York and stuff. Like he produced. Like he's a producer. He got in this group. He raps in the group. But normally, like when he came up, he wasn't rapping. He was only a producer. So he's done produced songs for people that you know. Trust me.
Okay. All right. You know, I would hate to say this, man. I'm going to get a lot of slack for this, but there's a particular artist on here I'm not interested in seeing, and that's Pusha T. I'm not interested in seeing Pusha T, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Well, I'm trying to think if I seen Pusha T live. I don't think I ever seen him
He
live.
was live
I don't know.
he
where
was live at the other festival.
I don't know where.
And it's not that I don't know enough.
Stage presence.
He's horrible. It was just a bad, man. And other than him doing grinding, which was, you know, the one verse, and there was nothing else there. I mean, really, if you ain't a hard underground head,
Pusha T got some fire.
Yo, his last album.
The one that just dropped.
well,
fire,
hey,
yo.
if
The one that just dropped. And the
they
one-
know it, yo, they know it. I just wasn't feeling them, man. I wasn't feeling them.
Man, I can see. I mean, some people can make good music, can't perform. Like I had like somebody went to you know, Twan dropped in the group chat. Ghostface was performing at Cannabis Festival.
Yeah.
But somebody else who went said Ghostface was horrible on stage.
Yeah.
And it's a music selection, and he's just walking around the stage with the Ghostface aura. I mean, my favorite concert ever was Wu-Tang, like at Hampton University. Like everybody was there, so it was, and the stage presence was phenomenal. But I guess the older you get,
I mean, but Ghostface is an artist. Like it's almost, I mean, in the vein of Pusha T, like Corey, I mean, so Pusha T, unless you're a Ghostface fan, it's not. I mean, he got a couple of hits.
Shay Shay Ghost.
Shay Shay Ghost. Yeah.
Besides,
that's a dope record.
But I'm just saying, but besides a couple of like the hits, like if Ghostface,
like the major ones.
Yeah, if he starts playing some shit off of like Fish Scale or whatever, like I mean,
but see, that's the problem.
Album. Like I know that I like that album.
I will say, out of all the Wu-Tang artists, I have more Ghostface albums than anybody else. I got like 5 Ghostface albums.
Though.
Yeah. But just in general though, like I think like if you're not a Ghostface like fan, yeah. Like once he goes into his own album cuts, you don't be like, yo, what's this? Like, you know what I mean?
See, this is the difference between being an artist and a performer. A performer understands that I can't go on deep cuts on the album because the majority of the people know me here for my radio play. Yeah. So what I have to do is I have to do those verses off those Wu-Tang albums. Yeah. Maybe throw in 1 or 2 of the ones off my cuts, but I go to the Shay Shay Like Goes, I go to Triumph, I go to the Wu-Tang cuts where I'm doing them verses off there. That's what you're supposed to do. Yeah. You know, like Wyclef does a hell of a show. Wyclef ain't got no songs, but he knows how to perform, and that's the difference. Wyclef got like 2 songs, if that, solo. Sweet November or whatever that other shit was in that Saturday Night Live. Yeah, Gone to November, that's it. But he knows how to perform a hell of a show.
Fuji shit, though.
Yeah. I mean, that's right. He starts performing some of the Fuji stuff.
My thing is this: at these festivals, you have a finite amount for your set. You need to play your hits. It's different if they said Ghostface is going to be at the alley or some shit. And then, it's going to be a captive audience. People who won't show up is just Ghostface. Pusha T show up at the alley. Straight Pusha T heads who love his catalog. They would be in heaven that night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true that.
And I can understand what you mean, because I don't think Pusha T has any stage presence.
It's terrible. It was terrible.
I can already see how he be rapping, though. He probably just be...
Throwing the fingers in there.
You know how he be like, I mean, I can see it.
Yeah, it was terrible, yo.
But no, I fuck with Pusha T. I mean, he dropped 5 albums, y'all. I mean, you like drugs, yo. I like drugs.
I do. I listen to Pusha T just for his drug music, yo. You know what I mean? Yeah. But who I'm most anxious to see, I really want to see, I want to see Toby and Weekway, yo.
Oh yeah.
Who? Toby, y'all gotta school me on them.
You don't know who Toby and Weekway is?
Toby? No, I don't.
Hands? Like,
oh my God, Toby.
Like,
Corey.
Y'all got to school me, man.
Oh, dog.
Just go to YouTube and see his stage presence.
Well, I haven't seen him.
First of all, I've seen him perform. He performed, I think, BET Awards.
No, he fired though.
Dude. And like from the stage sets, I mean, to like the costumes.
That's
his
what's
wife
up.
Rap with him. He can actually rhyme.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
He had this song.
His name is Toby and Weeway.
You guys. It's like spelled. But
just type in Toby N on YouTube, will come up.
Okay. That's what's up.
He got this song Paul Wall, bro. I listen to that song like back to back.
With him and Paul Wall?
Yeah, for like a month straight. Actually, Paul Wall, Paul Wall killed that shit. And I ain't like, I ain't no Paul Wall fan like that. Yeah. Paul Wall killed that shit, yo.
Paul Wall, I'm the same. I'm like, he don't switch up his flow, got the same.
But he got one of them flows that could just work on any beat. Cause it's like that. I mean, I can't rhyme. I mean, it ain't just like that. But you know what I mean? It's just like the same setup. It's like the same like 4-bar setup every time. So he be like, yo, I can just take this to any beat you give me. I'm just gonna do that.
And quiet as cat, Paul Wall made quite the myth back in the 2000s, yo. With the grills, he was customizing the grills for everybody in the game, yo.
Yeah, he still is, yo. He's still doing it. Like he's still for people, bro. I seen it.
Man, he was making a killing off that back in the day.
I joined on Drink Champs. I think was it Drink Champs?
Oh, he was on Drink Champs with Noriega.
Yeah. So he's
okay. Shit. I mean, he's still doing this thing. I mean, what y'all think about? Well, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No.
Oh, Phenom, man, I was going to ask you. You right up in DC, man. With this thing being on the mall, man, what is your issue with? Like the placement? I think it's going to be an issue with traffic and getting to that event. Because when it was at the beach, the hotels were close. They were right there on the beach. I don't know any hotels close to the mall area other than the White House, and can't nobody sleep in there.
I mean, they have hotels within a couple blocks.
Are they
So,
New
like,
York
where-
blocks?
Well,
New
I
York
mean,
blocks would be like
So they do
miles.
have hotels. They're on the other side because you have like the mall where it is. So you have all these museums.
Yeah.
And the Washington Monument, the mall, all that stuff, that's where they shoot the fireworks. And so there'll be thousands of people out there. But this is like a special event. Like this is, I mean, Pharrell's already touring with the mayor. They're making this event.
Uh-oh.
You got DC, Maryland, Virginia.
How are they going to block off the traffic?
That shit don't be like when Obama got inaugurated. That shit was
Yeah,
crazy.
exactly, yo.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like that. Yo, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if they have a overhead cam like they did at the something in the Water Festival in Virginia Beach, showing the sea of people probably out there
It's gonna be
partying.
stupid, yo. I mean, like it's gonna be crazy. I mean, the mall is not as big as people think. If you ever been to DC
Yeah, I've
and
been there.
did the touristy shit,
I
it's
have.
big when nobody's there. It's a lot of space when people start crowding that shit.
Mhm.
And plus, they have 3 festival stages.
Yeah. You don't have to have multiple stages for sure. All these
Man,
artists.
I don't know how it's going. I mean, I guess if they
How
have
they gonna do it.
presidential inaugurations, they shut down DC. So it's probably along those lines. But I mean, I think it's gonna be good for the city. It's surprising because they just lifted the COVID restrictions in DC, so it's gonna be a lot of COVID around in that bitch. But fuck it.
COVID gonna be having a field day up in that motherfucker. He gonna be chilling on people's on back like, yo, we in this motherfucker.
COVID gonna be swag surfing.
He gonna be swag surfing with their ass, yo.
Well, I
That's
mean,
true.
I think you know, I think it's good. I think people are more excited because DC is easy to get around because the metro system. So the metro system is gonna be packed.
You know what? I agree with you with the metro system. It is easy to get around in DC with the metro system if you know how to use the metro.
Yeah, that is good. Yeah,
You just gotta know. Make sure you get on the right color. Make sure you know exactly where your stops are. But the thing is what I've been worried about is that once you take the metro,
the metros too, though, folks.
Oh hell yeah!
In the metros.
Watch yourself, man.
Yeah.
Once you get off the metro, it's that walk involved, man. It ain't an easy walk, yo. And unless you just used to it. And some people just saying, look, when we was at the something in the Water Festival in Bob Beach, man, it was way up and down the strip. So it was still good, but you could still go to your hotel room and then come back out whenever you felt like it.
Yeah.
You can't do that here. You gonna be there from beginning to end.
They have a metro, like the Federal Triangle metro station is right there. So it's gonna be like packed. They got a lot of restaurants. You know, my thing is like, I don't understand, like it's hard to get downtown. Like they have a lot of one-way streets. Like the lights is crazy, people parking. It's gonna be bananas, yo.
Yeah,
and plus,
if you're not used to that, definitely.
Oh my God, yeah.
One ways and get your ass.
No, and all the Ethiopians, they own all the damn parking decks. Like me and Ali used to go. It's the same shit, Ali. You know, we used to park at the parking decks and go to the basketball games. Yo, no, it should be like $30 a day.
Yeah, they'll hit you over.
Damn.
That shit probably gonna be like $50, $100 for that festival.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be crazy.
Killing off parking.
Yeah, hotels gonna make a killing too. You know, but it is good that everybody's gonna make a killing. Everybody's gonna make a killing. So you know, we're gonna dead this topic a little bit unless anybody else got anything else they want to talk about on something.
I'm excited to see what's gonna be. I think I'm gonna take my kids, so they old enough that they know half the people.
Well, good for you, man. I'm sitting this one out this year. I come back next year after I figure out how this one go. But other than that, man, you know, one thing that is going on that's going to be going on for like another month are the NBA playoffs, and my mans are doing. Yo, look, I got to give it up for quite a few folks in the playoffs, man. One Ja Morant did a. Man, yo, this dude just need to be in the dunk competition next year.
Yeah,
he really does.
He should just do it, yo. Because I know people don't like to do it anymore because I know say it's like it's beneath them. Like I'm
they too cool for school.
But
yo,
I'm saying that's the shit that catapults you, yo. Like think about
does.
Vince Carter before dunk contest. Vince Carter
and
did
then after
that dunk contest, and he did, of course. I mean, he did like probably, not even probably the best dunk contest. Perfect. he perfected that shit. But after that,
I don't know if it was
2000. That's like the most celebrated dunk contest in the history. Like
the best dunk. What about the one against Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine? Or that's a hell of a dunk contest.
It was good, but some of them Aaron Gordon dunk shits were corny, yo. Vince Carter did some crazy shit.
I'm not gonna lie, the Vince Carter dunks are.
It was at the time those shit we ain't really saying. And on the low, people don't. Tracy McGrady motherfucker rocked that shit out. It just he happened to go in the wrong. It was the wrong year.
It was the wrong year. Yeah.
Also, not just Tracy McGrady, because Steve Francis got busy in that shit too, and nobody remembers Steve Francis because he had super bounce to be like 6'3".
Did
but he got overshadowed by Vince and Tracy.
That's right. Yeah. See, and go ahead, Ollie. Go ahead.
Well, no, I was just gonna say that Aaron Gordon, Zach LaVine. I think Zach LaVine dunks was like on par. Like Zach LaVine dunks was fire. I think Aaron Gordon's shit was just a little overhyped, man.
Okay.
I mean, just because he dunks off a dude spinning around on a hoverboard, like, come on, man.
But that shit hard though, yo. I mean, I'm not saying it. Yo, it's all about the flair.
Doing the circle, like.
True, but it's flair involved.
Legs, yo, they doing all that shit.
But well, I will say Aaron Gordon did have a fire dunk when he took shit under his legs.
Yeah, that when I mean, come on, yo. I mean
he
this dude cradled. He had his whole. He was in a cradle position at the rim, yo. I mean, I'm not going to say anything, you know, but I thought it was a phenomenal dunk contest. But
Carter was doing shit we hadn't seen before when he did the
he
other
was
way
doing
360 windmill. He reversed the 360. Yeah. He put the arm in the rim. Now I don't think that's not like a crazy ass super hard dunk, but it was just like some shit you never seen before. Like where you seen the motherfucker put his whole arm in the rim.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
You know, I would have loved to have seen Vince Carter if I'm not saying he wasn't trying. It was just so easy for him. I would have loved for him to push himself a little further just to see something, you know, because he was getting up so easy. He could have done dunks that would have never been eclipsed ever in the dunk contest history. Yeah. But you're right. People that do the dunk contest catapult their careers. I mean, you can say what you want about Dominique Wilkins and Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was good, but that dunk contest is what catapulted his career into the Nike Airs and the Air Jordans. It would have never happened if you didn't do the dunk contest.
Yeah. And I just say never happened, but it definitely helped accelerate.
It helped skyrocket him, yo.
When you win 6 rings, I agree with you. It definitely accelerated, like especially that because that was before he was winning rings. Like that,
exactly.
That shit sold shoes. Like this, only reason motherfuckers even know who Nate Robinson is because he won a dunk contest. He was horrible in some of them shits.
I mean, like, they know who they know who he is now for worse things.
Yeah,
the dunk contest. You know what I'm saying?
But he would have been in the ring if it weren't for the dunk contest. So maybe it's a bad thing. Don't do the dunk contest, John.
And you know what? Nate Robinson
get knocked out. Go ahead, John.
Nate Robinson might make it into the Hall of Fame just because of the dunk contest. You know, we know.
Don't push there.
Come on now. Nate Robinson's career wasn't that great.
You said a Hall of Fame. You said he'll make it to a Hall of Fame.
I guarantee you, watch. In 10 years, Nate Robinson going to be named to the Hall of Fame, and it's going to be because of the damn dunk contest.
Which
the NBA Hall of Fame. Which Hall?
The Sleep Hall of Fame. The Masters Discounters Hall of Fame. Because I know was snoring.
Yo, in the words of Charles Barkley, the only way he get in the Hall of Fame is if he buy a ticket. Yo.
Yeah, basically.
In that bitch, But yo, it's funny. I got the. I'm gonna tell you when it started falling off because I'm looking at the list of dunk contest winners. Like you got Obi Toppin, Anthony Simons, Derrick Jones, Hamidou Diallo, Donovan Mitchell's the only name out of those that you would know.
You would know.
Glenn Robinson III, Zach LaVine won twice, John Wall, he won. I forgot John Wall was in one. 2014. I don't remember. That's how bad. That.
It fell
Terrence
off.
Ross, Jeremy Evans. I mean, Blake Griffin was the last really, really notable.
Yeah,
person.
but honestly, like that shit helped Blake Griffin. He already had the dunks, but then when he started doing that shit, he dunked over the car. Honestly, some of this shit was, I ain't just say it was corny, but the degree of difficulty really wasn't. Considering I just know how Blake Griffin could jump out the gym, but he dunked over a car. Does he had a choir and some shit? Was he the one with the choir? No, that might have been Nate. But he had like all the theatrics. But he won that dunk contest, and his shit was, like you said, accelerated.
You know, skyrocketed his career. Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, jumping over the car was so fugazi because he jumped over the hood of the car. He ain't jump over.
He jumped over the top part.
Of the car. He jumped over the lowest part of the car, which is still hard. You know what I mean?
But if you're going to jump over the car, jump over the car.
Exactly, yo.
But like to kind of circle back to John Morant, if you've been watching his career, he's been trying to catch a body for a long time.
Yeah, that's why everybody worried he's gonna get hurt because he go too.
You know what I'm saying? He goes too hard. Like he been trying to dunk on a lot of people. Like and some of them he didn't been close, but have been fired if he did it. But this one, he really caught that body on this one.
Because honestly, man, it could have been an offensive foul. Dude was outside the circle and everything. I was like, that should have been an offensive foul. But I would have been like, fuck it, y'all. Oh, shit. I would have been like, fucking blowing, like, nope. Let's leave this one.
That was too good. Yep. Let that one go. For the fans, you know, I mean, that's for real. I mean, and if you actually look at that dunk, the dude was outside the circle, but you actually have to look where John Morant jumped from, yo.
From the dotted line, yo.
Crazy, man.
Jumped far. And then the ill part about it was when he hit the rim, hit his arm like this. Yeah. So he still had more to go. Like
he cuffed it too. Like he was
he was back like
it wasn't like he was close when he done. He was far, yo.
So let me ask you a question, Corey. If the basketball guys came down and touched you on your forehead and gave you the power of the three or the power of the dunk, which one would you pick?
The power of the three or the power of the dunk? Woo, man. If it was the 90s, I would have said the power of the dunk. But in today's age, I'm gonna say the power of the three. That only because the game has changed.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. You're right on that one.
You know, because the three get more excitement now than the dunk, almost like the.
Well, I just say there's more excitement, but I just know that three ball. Once you got the three ball, yo, you good.
Yeah,
you can always come back.
Yeah,
like a 20-point lead ain't shit in the NBA now. Well, I just say ain't shit, but it can't. I mean, it was always a league of runs where, like, you know what I'm saying. You go 15 down, 15, but with the 3-point game, like you hit a couple of threes, doop. Next thing you know,
back in it.
Fire,
yeah. What about you? So you say same thing, Ali? The dunk in the 90s and now the three. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
what about you, Phenom?
From somebody who's always been able to shoot, I want to dunk. You know, I want to be able to consistently dunk. But I've only dunked maybe 5-6 times in my life. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Well, I'll take that back. It's more than that. When I played in college, I could dunk. Because we did so much, I was in the best physical shape I was ever in my life. All the workouts and all that stuff. But then, like, I could just shoot. And I know, like Ali said, once you catch fire, and I would say this, yo, because when we was in high school, me and Ali played basketball a lot.
We did.
Like, we played one-on-one a lot. There was times where, you know, we'd be out there catching fire because the more you shoot, the more reps you had. I only had a left-handed J too. Yeah, it's just gonna go win because we was out there shooting.
Yeah, because we was playing like 50 to 100.
Y'all would play to 50 to 100.
No, we played like to 100.
Yeah, because
like back-to-back games, yo.
Yeah, it would be like crazy. Like we just play, yo. It would be like
damn.
He had this tape
90-degree weather.
Yeah, it would be hot as shit. He had a little tape deck out there. Like, he used to record shit off the radio. Like, the Buddha Brothers, he'd be like, I recorded those days. He recorded the Buddha Brothers from, like, you know, especially, it would be the late night shit, too, once they really got into it.
That's how they started. The Buddha Brothers started late night first.
Yeah. Yes. So he played it, put the tape in. Next thing you know, we just out there balling. Sweating.
Yeah. Man,
but,
that's
you
what's
know,
up.
It's crazy. Like watching the playoffs, I mean, I definitely want Ja to stop hitting the floor.
Yeah.
Because every time he hit the floor, I'm like, man, like he gonna hurt something. Like Iverson was always hitting the floor. He got to learn how to. And John Wall was always hitting the floor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't want. I think he's too good of a player to take that punishment. But he's missed the excitement right now. I thought Trae Young. So I think he knocked Trae Young down.
Oh, absolutely.
So is he your favorite? Who's your favorite player currently in the playoffs? Would it be Ja? Or your favorite?
If I had to buy a ticket, it would be Ja. If I want to go to watch good basketball, it's still Steph, man. Like it's supposed to be emotional, him coming off them picks. It's crazy.
Steph still my man. Yo. I fuck with Steph.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yo,
but,
I mean,
when Steph catch fire, yo, it's like just ridiculous.
It is.
Like once he heats up, it's like, oh shit.
Man, he makes the other team's crowds go crazy. And that's I've never seen anything like that in my life, man. I mean, like I've been back watching basketball all my life. And growing up, I was a big Reggie Miller fan. You know, like Ali said, the power of the three. Reggie Miller scored 8 points in 5 seconds. Know what I'm saying?
5 seconds, against the Knicks, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it's the three ball is an equalizer, and Steph is the king of that.
Yeah.
And they were like, Steph can miss the next 3,000 shots and nobody still can catch him. You know what I'm saying? That's
true.
Crazy.
That's true. And then it's how effective he shoots it, how quick his release is, and how far he is. It's just, I've never seen anything like it. And I'm watching him on TV and going bananas. I could only imagine how it is if I'm actually in the stadium seeing this guy shoot from the logo.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's crazy. Like matter of fact, I was watching the All-Star game and he no lie, he shot a 3 and he turned around before it even hit the rim.
Those are my favorite threes he do. Like he do that shit in regular games too. Like when he shoot that shit and then he bounce, he start bouncing. Like he just bounce, turn around, and do some shit and start running up the court. I'm like, yo, that shit fire.
I want to do that, yo.
That shit.
I want to do that.
The best one ever though, as far as some shit like that, is definitely my boy Hibachi, yo. When Gilbert hit that shit was against the Lakers. That motherfucker lost one. It was like the end of the game. He lost that shit like and turned.
It was in Staples Center.
Yeah, he turned around like he turned that shit and turned around. That shit went in. They won the game. I was like, oh shit! Like yo, when Gilbert was on, when he was on, yo, he was fire, yo. Like Gilbert.
Yeah.
I'm glad he didn't. No, I ain't just say glad. Cause I was like, yo, he would have got so many fights. So if he had a J like stuff, I'm trying to think if he could shoot like stuff. Cause I mean, when he was hot, he was hot. It was crazy.
True.
The shit he taught, the shit he did, like I can only imagine if he stayed healthy. It was like Steph or something, man. That dude was bad. Somebody would have punched someone in the middle of the court, yo. Like I could see Udonis Haslem would be like, "Fuck you, nigga," like, because he don't be talking and talking.
Did he talk mess like that?
Gilbert Arenas? Have you seen him?
I didn't know.
Have you seen him on Instagram? Like,
nah, I haven't seen him on
Instagram.
Oh
no, he talks so much shit. It's ridiculous. But
he's a great follow, yo.
Yeah,
he's a great follow.
Yeah, you should follow. Yeah, he's funny as hell. But he talked shit on the court too, though. Like he was wild. He was a wild dude, man.
You know, I mean, a lot. I think that's just part of just. Well, everybody talks smack on the court differently. You know, some of the. Everybody eventually has coming out on certain people that really were good at talking smack on the court. But go ahead, Phoenix. What were you about to say about
No, I was going to ask you, who's your favorite player in the playoffs? Ollie said Steph. I said Steph.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, it's excitement. I would say probably Ja Morant gets me excited the most. But yeah, I'm with you guys, man. I would, if I had a ticket to pick, I'm going to pick the Steph ticket because I want to see Steph. You know, I mean. Yeah.
But it's poetry in motion when you see both Steph and Clay on. I mean, when they go back to back.
Yeah. The Splash Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Clay is, you really can't take anything away from Clay. I mean, he hasn't been talked about lately because he got hurt. Yeah, so, he's been recovering back.
He's been on it lately.
But he's been doing phenomenal. So I'm expecting Clay to be right there. I mean, matter of fact, that's why they on the run they are now. You know, Green is finally playing some ball for once. I mean, Green is Green, but he playing better than he did last year. But
Jordan Poole about to take Clay's spot.
Oh, yo, no, real talk. Poole is the man, yo.
You think he's Steph? He like Steph light now, bro. But I'm gonna let that shit fly. I'm like, go ahead, let it fly, bro. Let it fly.
You said Steph light, like
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Like
as long as you can get it back on defense. And Jordan Poole, he's a good player. I mean, good. Not just shooting, his handles is crazy.
Yeah, he's good and young.
Like his step back game, like he got a great package, yo. Like step back package, shoot from deep, finish in the cup.
That's
and
crazy,
one thing that
go
ahead.
No, I was gonna say because he's nice like this and like just think like how where they got him or whatever. It won't like he's like some highly touted draft pick or some shit like what I mean. Yo, you never know who
That's
might
exactly what I was going to say.
Go ahead,
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. The fact that he wasn't one of them highly recruited draft picks coming out of college, and he has fit into one of the top ranked offenses of all time and performing at a high level, that tells you something, man. I mean, this kid is good. Yeah. And he's I don't want to say he's going for Steph Crown, but if Poole stays the way he is, man, he's definitely he's going to be the guy to look out. He's only 22.
Man, he's like young.
He's only 22, man. Young guy.
28.
I got a question for y'all. So do you think the game is better now than when we grew up? So we got to take our biases aside because we grew up in the Jordan era.
Yeah.
Basketball was, from the rivalries to the gameplay. Do you think the game is better now, or do you think it was better when we were growing up in the 90s?
Yeah, go, Ali. What you think?
I was gonna say, I think the players are better.
Mm-hmm. The skills.
Just overall, just the skills involved. There's some parts of the game I don't like. That it has turned into it. People can blame stuff or whatever. It ain't just stuff. It's always just a numbers game. 3's worth more than 2. Like the fast break, everybody just fan out to the 3-point line. Like some of this is just like crazy. Like So some of it I don't like the way I watched the game like during the season where cats just come down just gun like shoot, like you know what I mean. So but at the same time the 90s had some ugly games. There'd be some scores like 80-80.
Next games,
but we all know why though. It was a much more physical game back then. Every point was earned back then, man.
Honestly, like I wish it was some more styles of the 90s sometimes. But I don't mind. But I say that I'm not like some Charles Barkley motherfucker. I hate that I just be hating no more. Because I think the players are better. I like watching basketball now. I still enjoy watching the game. You know what I mean? But it is some shit I do like from the 90s. So I would, if we could take these players and kind of put them back in the 90s, like that shit would be ridiculous. Like that's what I would say. Like you know, like the skills like from the big men have and all that. Oh my God. Like take them back then, let them work the post a little bit. Let them do a little something like, you know, but what about you, Corey? What you think, man?
That's a really good question. I would say that I grew up in the 80s and the 90s watching the games. They were much more physical. So I enjoyed watching that. Like enjoyed people going in the paint. You didn't see a lot of threes. You saw a lot of mid J's and people going in the paint, posting up, or people dunking. That was the game. If you came in the paint, you were expecting to get a foul. That is just what was going to happen. So there weren't as many threes. It was folks like Reggie Miller and Ray Allen that really brought that more to the forefront. But I will go with Ali 100%. The athletes of today will crush any of them athletes. Well, the majority of them. There are some athletes back in the day that were just phenomenal shape, but the majority of the athletes today are just physically stronger, faster, quicker. Their game is just, they're just better. Yeah. And I guarantee you to pluck just 5 centers of today and put them against the majority of them centers back then, wouldn't even like, I could just name a couple of centers, like Bill Walton wouldn't even stand a chance. Oh, yeah. Robert Parrish wouldn't stand a chance.
Like even in the
Bill
90s,
Cartwart wouldn't stand a chance. You could name thousands of centers.
Because in the 90s, probably the only like really athletic centers was Olajuwon and
Keem Olajuwon.
And David Robinson was athletic. Like he was
David Robinson. Those were like the only two.
But but besides them two, like
that's it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like athletic fives. Like those was like the athletic fives. Those
were like the
Shaq was just a bully, but Shaq was athletic for a size.
Well, I would say I'll take Shaq in the era though. I'll still take a prime Shaq right now though. Yeah. Fuck that shit. Let him run.
Shaq in his prime. No, let me ask you this: Shaq in his prime or Hakeem Olajuwon in his prime?
Well, hold up. But see, this was I don't. You want me to? Because I got I got a whole Shaq theory, yo. Like
okay,
as far as Shaq in his prime, like big ass, fast Shaq, whatever theory.
Yeah.
Like Olajuwon is a better player than Shaq to me.
Mm-hmm.
If I only had to pick between Olajuwon and Shaq, like on my team, and my team was like sucks, I would probably pick Olajuwon. I say if I have any type of all-star guard, on my team, I would take Shaq over anybody. I'll take Shaq over Jordan, yo. I'm trying to tell you, yo, you team Shaq with anybody who's decent, like a good, like, because he was just unstoppable at that point. But you got to have some people to work with him. You gotta have like free up some space outside, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I'll take an all-star guard and Jordan, like two just all-star guard, in the backcourt. No, fuck, I'll take Shaq with an all-star over anybody. And I'm not saying he's the best player in the world. You know what I mean? But I mean, look at it. Anytime he played with an all-star guard, he went to the finals. Like the dude with an all-star guard, like prime Shaq was.
Just
crazy,
think
yo.
if Shaq didn't let his ego get in the way, because you got to think about the Orlando team. Mm-hmm. To your point, Ollie, they plugged Shaq in the middle. Penny was super
Penny
great.
was point. Yeah.
Nick Anderson and Dennis Scott. Guess what they did? They stretched the floor.
Yeah, they went young boys. They was young.
Went to the finals.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nick Anderson missed some free throws. Fucked up his whole career.
Yeah, and it's funny, man.
Mental problems. I ain't trying to be funny, but he ended up having like mental problems and shit after that. He said, "Yo,
right."
But go ahead.
Damn.
Yeah, but no, like for me, I think what I don't like about today's game is I like the skill set. I don't like all the camaraderie.
Yeah, I don't.
Like I mean, and I know it's part of the AAU era, but I even take that back. When I played AAU in high school, we didn't recruit. We recruited the Tidewater area where I lived. You know what I'm saying? We didn't go to Northern Virginia to get people. We didn't go to North Carolina, West Virginia. Like now, that's what they do now. Like people that play like Boo Williams, some of them live up here.
Yeah,
or some people that live up here.
You're right. That's why a lot of the players know each other by the time they get to college. By the time they get to the pro, they've already played with each other. So
and they didn't want to play with each other in the league. Like I like Pat Beverly. Pat Beverly is a '90s player. He can't really shoot. He can hit a shot from time to time. He's an irritant, and he don't got no friends. But off the court, I mean, after the game, you know, they're friends. The only people that really doesn't like him is Westbrook, because he hurt Westbrook and fucked up their title chances, yo.
He did fuck Westbrook up though for no reason.
Yeah, he went like Westbrook was. I don't know if you saw it, Corey. Westbrook was dribbled to the sideline to call a timeout, like dribble past half court, and Pat Beverly tried to steal the ball, and ended up hitting his knee, and he tore his meniscus. And they was favored to win the title, make it to the finals that year.
Oh God! Damn.
And you know, it took them out, yo.
So you want to go to the old school game, the '90s style play, you know? No lie. I mean, okay.
I agree with Phoenix on that.
Just the friendliness. It's too friendly.
Yeah, it is too friendly, yo. It's one thing to be friends off the court, but it's a lot. I don't know. It's a lot of like these.
It's hard to have rivalries in basketball now. There aren't that many rivalry teams.
Texting all these motherfuckers is texting each other and doing this and doing that. Like, come on, man. Like,
Kobe was the last person that ain't had no friend. I mean, he was respected after the game because they saw how hard he worked. Yeah. But I'll tell you a story about Kobe, yo. And this is why we never have another Kobe, in my opinion. So I was listening to Jason Williams. Jay Will played at Duke. Was recruited. Got drafted to the Bulls. Got a car motorcycle accident ended his career.
Yeah.
So he was telling the story. They was playing the Bulls. And Kobe and Jason Williams, they were shooting in the gym together. They just happened to work out the same gym that day. So Jason Williams get in there. Kobe's already there for an hour. Jason Williams was getting up shots. Jason Williams was there for 2 hours and Kobe was still there. So Jason Williams was like, I'm done. He walked in there, walked in the locker room, got changed and all that stuff, came back out. He's like, I know he's not working still. Kobe's in there still working. So they played each other. Kobe ended up busting their ass. So Jay Will's like, yo, Kobe, I gotta ask you, yo, why did you spend so much time in the gym? He was like, I saw you come in here. I want to know I'm going to outwork you every chance you get. That's the mentality that Kobe had, and I don't see a lot of players who have that. Like, I love LeBron. I think LeBron revolutionized the game. I think, he's padded these stats because of longevity, but he really carried 8-9 teams. He was the playoff, the final like 9 times in a row.
Yeah, he did.
But it's that chumminess that kind of diminishes it.
It does.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So, I mean, that's it.
Spent $1 million, let's say, on his body. I mean, that nigga LeBron's still in shape.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
he's still in great shape.
Doing some crazy shit. But yeah, it's crazy. That's like the Dennis Rodman story. I forgot. It was like Dennis Rodman used to be drunk one night, come and play the game, But then after the game, they said this motherfucker will hop on like the treadmill or whatever and just run for like an hour. I was like, yo, he was probably coked up. But he was like, yo. But that's the one thing they said. Like they said that motherfucker worked hard. Like, you know what I mean? Like you get between all the partying and all that. Like they was like, yo, that motherfucker worked hard. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, Jordan even attested to that, and Pippen, they all said it. Like they were worried about his work ethic. It was like he would party hard, but when it came time for them to be at practice, he was on every time. Like he was serious. So I you gotta respect him, and that's why Robin is who he is. I was actually glad that Robin made it into the Hall of Fame. I thought he did deserve it, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, he's always been good. I mean, on the defensive side of rebounding
and rebounds.
So let me ask y'all a question. So right now we've been watching these games. A couple of series have already ended. Do y'all have a favorite now? We're a little bit into it. Is there a team like, oh, they might can do it?
Well, the team that I picked initially did not make it. They got swept in
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. He said Brooklyn.
I know. Brooklyn honestly, when I was like, who's your favorite player still in the playoffs? Because I was like, it was KD to his ass. But I don't know who you got, Corey.
Oh man, I was going to pick. Well, I didn't pick the Suns. Phoenix picked the Suns, but I don't pick the Suns. They're not going to make it. I think my favorite team probably right now, I would probably say Celtics. I'm really thinking the Celtics got a good run. I'm loving what I'm seeing from them. Tatum he's hot right now. And Brown, their defense, their chemistry as a team that's what it is. So the Celtics right now for me, I think got the best chance of making the strongest run.
Yeah. I think right now, I mean, definitely took a temperature check. It'll probably be the Celtics like front running to me in general. Mm-hmm. But I'm still rolling with the Bucks. I mean, the Bucks, as long as Middleton
you got Giannis.
Yeah, I mean, because to me, Giannis definitely to me right now. Now that KD and them is out, like Giannis is the best player in the playoffs. He's
the best player.
So
yes, he
as long as
is.
you have the best player in a series, you always got a chance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
So
that's
you
true.
Just hope if some other people step up some games. But Giannis, some shit fuck up. It's gonna be a game where he put up like 40 and 20. Like, you know what I mean? 7 games, he don't have like a 40-20 game, a 30-10, and a 30-10. Like I said, 3 games, like he's gonna put up some crazy numbers. Guaranteed.
Yeah. He dropped 50 in the finals.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you already know, like out of 7, 1 game guaranteed, he don't go to fuck off and get a win.
Oh hell
yeah. So like when you got the best player, so I'm gonna roll with them. But I will. Yeah, if it's a temperature check right now though, like the Celtics. How they do like the number 1 with a bullet, like with the Billboard chart, they have that triangle next to their shit, like they going up. Like, you know what I'm saying? They hot. Yeah, they hot right now though.
Yeah. What about you, Phenom?
Injuries aside, I think Miami is pretty tough.
Okay, yeah, I mean, they are though. You're right.
Like they locking they deep. They locking people down. PJ Tucker's in his corner 3.
I forgot about Miami.
Oladipo.
He went off last night, yo. Like he ain't off the bench.
And that's gonna give Jimmy Buckets a time to.
I forgot about Miami.
Take some of that burden off him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Heroes playing good. Duncan Robinson. That's the thing,
I forgot about Miami. Yeah.
But I still got, like Ollie said, like Giannis on the court. And the thing about Giannis, he has something that, like, he's so confident right now.
Oh, yeah.
You can tell in this game, like, he can take a bad shot. He gonna get it back on D.
Yeah.
He get every rebound. He's gonna finish. He start hitting his free throws. He pull up in a 3. Yo, he's just in a different zone right now. And like Ollie said, take the best player on the court. He's not just the best player on the court. He's 6'10", can dribble, shoot, rebound, all that stuff.
I thought
and he's fast, extremely fast. I've never seen a big man get up the court as fast as this dude.
He's definitely probably the best defensive player left in the playoffs. Like he's the best. Like he was like one of the only superstars that plays superstar defense. So
at his height too. I mean, it's unreal. He Greek freak. You're definitely right when you say that because you'd never see anybody at his size do what he's doing.
Yeah, you're right, Corey. Fast, and then when that motherfucker when they be
showing
them
highlights,
or they show them highlights where he get the ball, he take like 3 dribbles. Is it's 3 dribbles, 2 steps, and this nigga's dunking like from one end to the like it's like boom, boom, boom. Well, like I'm like, yo, this motherfucker long. I don't know how he long as shit. Crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I mean,
he's
the playoffs.
awesome.
I think the playoffs have been good so far. I mean, I think it's panning out the way, except for the Brooklyn. So last thing about Brooklyn. Did y'all hear Kyrie's press conference? Anybody?
Yeah.
I did hear
it, but I got all the quotes.
Got all the quotes like, I know I let my team down. I should have been there and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So they were asking KD, like, do you place a lot of blame on Kyrie for fucking up y'all season? And Kevin Durant wouldn't do it. He would say, no, he has his own. Be like, it's his. I just care about him as a person, not as much on the basketball court. His sole decision to do that stuff. But this is $1 billion industry. You know what I'm saying? And KD's like, he has that luxury because he already won 2 rings. You know what I'm saying? James Harden didn't win a ring. He came in for a ring. They chased him out of town and I think Harden was like, fuck y'all. I came in to play ball and I'm not getting the best ball from y'all. Like, it's fucking up the chemistry. So, I mean, I think Kyrie, like, in hindsight, he's like, yeah, I should have been there for my team.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I say. I do like your Miami shit, yo. I'd say a lot of it depends on Bam, yo. Bam balls out, yo. Miami definitely do some shit. But with that, I don't know. I mean, I don't think Durant has the leeway he thinks he has. I mean, Durant is definitely like all-time great type of shit, whatever. Yeah. But them 2 rings, yo, people really don't respect them rings,
exactly.
yo. So I don't think he really has leeway. And yeah, Kyrie did whatever, but Durant ain't them. I mean, Durant and him are cool. I mean, let's be real, yo. Durant's a little weird too, man. He got burner phones and fake Twitter accounts and all this shit. You got Kyrie out here flat earthing it, whatever. Even though he won't admit to it, but he won't
brush his hair.
Oh, but you know what? He did finesse his way onto a spaceship. He's supposed to be going to space, yo.
Oh, there you go. You got him burning sage before games and shit. So like both of them dudes are weird, yo. Honestly, like Durant's weird to me, yo.
Yeah.
Like he's like the cool cat, but he weird, yo. Like, dog, why are you up here responding to 10-year-olds on Twitter? Like, what is wrong with you? They're both weird and they hang with each other, and I guess he just gonna go down with the ship. I mean, Durant just made some poor decisions, honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
I think I'm agree. I agree with both of you guys, man. I think Kyrie not being there definitely effed up the chemistry.
Yeah, it did.
I also believe that I think Durant, it is Kyrie's team because he's coming to that team, but I think Durant needs to be like a superstar and starts to like, that's your boy, but you got to sometimes on camera, he's saying the right thing, but off camera behind the scenes, you got to get on the same page with Kyrie. Like, look, bro, if we are going to win a championship, we can't do this next year. That just ain't going to work.
I
don't think he's going to do with that. I don't think he's going to do that. He needs to do that. He needs to be the superstar because he's got to win 2 championships. He's the guy that's been there enough to do that. Kyrie he hasn't won anything yet. So I think Durant needs to do that.
Well, Kyrie got a ring.
He did get a ring. Kyrie got a ring. I'm sorry. He's got a ring. But Durant's, yes, actually, it's Kyrie that made that. They won that game because Kyrie hit that shot at the last minute.
If Kyrie didn't get hurt, they probably won 2 rings because he was giving it to Golden State.
Yeah.
If Draymond didn't get suspended, he might not have no rings. So we don't. If it was a 5th, we all be drunk.
Yeah.
So,
you also make a good point about the 2 rings that Kevin Durant got. Everybody feels this way too. You go to the team that beat you in the previous finals. That right there. Yeah, that would taint anybody's career, yo. And he won 2 with them, but I think.
Say this. All right, let me ask you this, Corey. On that note, he won 2 with them. You think if he'd stayed, if he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna stay, and we gonna win 10?
Then I think he would have been better off. Yes, he should have stayed.
Yeah,
yes,
that's what I always said.
Stayed.
Like I didn't.
There was no reason to leave.
Yeah, I don't hate his decision to join Golden State just because I'd be like, fuck these owners, fuck. They don't care about you, yo. They'll trade your ass in a second, do whatever. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't have like all that like loyalty as far as I don't think players should have loyalty type of deal. Yeah. Like, do what you want to do. Yeah. So I mean, so I didn't hate him joining Golden State. I knew it was gonna be a hit though. Like it looked funny, it looked shaky.
Yeah.
But if that's what you want to do what you want to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when he left, because I mean, it was always gonna be Steph's team. It was always the rumblings or whatever. Like if he would have stayed, like that would have been his only. I mean, that was his only path to be up there, to consider up there with the rest of them, is if he stayed. And they won back to back, like multiple, like you know what I mean, multiple titles.
They could have won. There's no telling how many they would have won. They had some of the best records and scoring that we had ever seen in like a decade since the Bulls went on that run in the 90s. I mean, nobody gone on a run like that.
Oh, they got the best record, 73-9.
Yeah. And even though everybody knew it was Steph's team, I mean, Steph was the Bay. Like he goes to, he already got one without him, whatever. Steph's team. Also, but everybody knew that Kevin Durant was the better play, like the best player. Like you know what I mean? It was Steph's team, but it was like when LeBron came to the Heat. Like it was Wade's team. Wade is Mr. White, Dade County. You know what I mean? All that, whatever. Wade County. But guess everybody knew like LeBron's the best player. Like you know what I mean? So he should have just stayed. But I guess I don't know why.
I don't know why he left. I could never figure that out.
You know, him and Draymond have.
I think it was just an excuse, though. I think he used Draymond. Like him and Steph. He wanted to be the alpha. Yeah. And that's the thing. I don't understand KD. KD is like, I just want to play basketball. He don't care about being a leader. I just want to play basketball. He's always said that. Yeah, and that's why, like you said with Kyrie, Corey, you're not holding Kyrie accountable.
He's not. He should do that. He just, He should do that, and he's contradicting everything he's saying, because if that's the case, why don't you stay on Golden State? Yeah, if you don't care about they could have won 5, 6, 7 championships with that team, man. They could have been winning championships to this day, and that would have been a dynasty that people would have been talking about for like, yo, KD definitely at the Mount Rushmore, some of the best that's ever done it, because then he would have had 5 chips under his belt, easy. Yeah. But now he's left and gone to Brooklyn, and he got swept in the finals in the first round. That taints. He's still going to be considered one of the greatest. Yeah, but it stings, man.
One thing, like, I know I said one thing about Brooklyn, but the last thing about Brooklyn, this Ben Simmons shit. I was listening to Earthquake funny as hell. He said Ben Simmons is the biggest bank robber in the history of sports. He's like, he robbing people without a mask and under the cover of mental health. Well, he ain't robbing. He ain't got the money yet. So no, he's getting it from Brooklyn. Got to pay him. When? But Philly ain't got to pay him. You know what I'm saying? Because Philly they gonna fight it to the end. But he's still getting a salary from Brooklyn. But he still lost almost close to over $20 million. I forgot the exact number. They only had to pay him from the time he was on the squad. Like,
let me tell y'all, this is my worry.
He ain't robbed the bank yet. But I did.
Let me tell y'all. And we're going to close the show out here, but let me tell y'all this whole thing about Ben Simmons that I worry about is I'm afraid that what Ben Simmons did and what Kyrie was doing with COVID is going to change this league to the NFL.
Oh, they're about to put a Ben Simmons rule.
Oh, yeah. I am so afraid of that, man, that you're going to get paid to play. And that's going to mess the whole...
That collective bargaining agreement is coming. Yeah. Sooner or later, they'll get that off. They'll get that shit. And I think it's definitely going to be a work stoppage.
It's coming, yo.
It's going to be a strike. It's going to be either a lockout or a work stoppage. But, the owners, they ain't going to let that shit ride. And fuck them owners, yo. But either way, I just know what it is. They ain't don't let that shit ride. So it's like, it's to a point where you be like, come on, man.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. There have been players that haven't been able to play, but you see them at least attempting to play or trying to get in the game, play some minutes, do something. Playoffs. Yeah, and the fact that he has done nothing, that's where it's like, okay, we can't pay this guy whatever this salary, $50 million, and he ain't did shit. I mean, not even a dime. So
he got I think he pay like 40 next year or something like that.
But it's going to be that rule is coming.
That Clutch fucked him up now, honestly, yo. I mean, ain't nobody don't admit to it, but not some of it. Most of it's been because Ben Simmons is always. They got a whole list of shit he quit on, yo. Like he done quit on like the Australian national team, the college team. He quit on the Australian national team a couple of times. Like backed out the last second. Like they had a joint where they was doing he said he promised to play for him, and had an exhibition against the USA. Mm-hmm. They sold out like a 50,000 seat stadium. This nigga backed out like the week of.
Yeah.
Come on, yo. Yeah.
Damn,
yo.
And there was hype marketing as Ben Simmons versus the USA, whatever. But I mean, if you look at all his old scouting reports, they always said like they always question his heart, yo. So I mean,
yeah.
But
it's definitely coming into play.
Yeah, I mean, but you're right though. Like it's definitely. I mean, they fuck around, yo. This shit could turn into the NFL.
It's going to be the NFL, and watch, we're going to be some broke NBA players in the next decade.
Yeah, they don't hate that shit.
Yeah, they're going to hate that. But we're going to wrap this episode up, man. Thanks, everybody, for watching this episode. You know, as we always, we're just shooting the shit on this Wednesday live edition on This Is It Media. As always, thank you guys so much for listening to the channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I am Corey Roy. You can catch me all over the interwebs at Corey Roy __ on toss it to my man Ali. He in the left or the right, I don't know, but I'm tossing to him.
What's up, Ali with DA here? Like I said, share, subscribe, like, and all that shit. Check out all the videos on the channel. Even the videos. I like white people's music, yo. Check out the Chris Stapletons and every other thing, yo. Even for halfway racist white. Well, he ain't racist for real, but Tim McDonald. Close to it though. He told that line.
Straddling that line right now.
Check them all out, man.
Phenom.
Yeah. Yo, Phenom 202. Yo, let's go ahead and have a moment of silence for Chicago Bulls. they just got put out. Now they're going fishing.
Oh man.
Yo, but hey, I'd rather have good teams advance than somebody who's still a series, man. Chicago, they should have been. They start off hot, but you know,
they had a rough tonight though. Zach LaVine was out, and so I forgot who else was out. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Caruso, yeah. You know, I can't wait to see how these playoffs shape up. Can't wait to see what something in the water's going to be like. Yo, man.
Oh yeah.
Hey, we getting back to normal. COVID, like everybody, like fuck COVID. Let's in the streets. So we for the streets now.
Yeah, that's it. Well, as always, man, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Be safe out there, and if you're going to DC, pat COVID on the back and tell them I said what's up. Yes. Other than that, man, everybody, thank you. That's it for the episode. Peace.
Peace.
You can get with that. You can get with this, or you can. This, cause this is where it's at. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at. You can get with